a production of South Carolina ETV.
It is with great pleasure that I invite you to enjoy the following show on South Carolina ETV. It is a celebration of the official opening of the South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts campus in Greenville, which took place last Saturday. I was honored to be one of the participants for the ribbon cutting of this outstanding educational facility. Please join me in remembering this momentous occasion.
It all began the night before, toasting the success, recalling the struggles, thanking donors, showcasing the campus with VIP tours, and here, there, and everywhere, celebrating the arts. Hello, I'm Everett Powers, and we were here too. So, what's so special about the Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities? What does it have to offer students in this state? For the answer to that, we're turning to Virginia Uldrick, who is the president of the Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities and who is the driving force behind what we're seeing here tonight and we'll see here tomorrow. Virginia, tell us what you have here behind us. It's a beautiful facility.
We have 127 young artists who are absolutely magnificent. And we have this wonderful facility in which they can live and learn about creative writing, dance, music, theater, and visual arts. In addition to that, we have rigorous and challenging academic programs and the humanities as well. So we are adjacent and contiguous to Reedy River Falls, a wonderful, wonderful place to paint, to make music, to dance, and to sing.
This is just a dream come true, and I know in my mind and heart that it's going to touch on many, many lives in such a positive way and improve the quality of life for everybody. And I think Greenville Tech and Greenville University Center and the Governor's School for the Arts and the Peace Center, we really coming to the front in Greenville County, and thank God he let me be a part of it.
For these students here on the campus, it gives them the opportunity to fully develop their talent and not just come in for 5 weeks in the summertime and then go back home to what could be a wonderful arts experience, but it's not the intensity that they might like to have. And it also, the difference is it puts them with their peers who understand what they feel about the arts, and it also puts them with faculty, both in the arts and in the academics, who are totally committed to helping them become all they can be.
We were sitting in my office talking about where the site should be several years ago, and Mina Shaw looked out my window and she said, "What about over there on the old permanent campus?" And everybody said, "Fantastic, let's do it." So that's where it happened.
And here we are.
And here we are, yeah.
What are your thoughts this evening?
Well, my thoughts this evening is we've reached another plateau in the state of South Carolina with this educational facility here. Greenville's reached a new plateau with its well-rounded cultural development, and the students couldn't have a better place to have a school than anywhere in the world, right here on the banks of the Reedy. So it's all come together wonderfully.
What's amazing about the arts is that when you're in the arts, as I am in the visual arts, and you see these designs on paper, and because you imagine that you can walk through them, but it's nothing like the real thing. And it's just astounding. You just walk in every room and it says, wow, wow, wow. I think that this is supposed to be a special school. It's supposed to be special because of its students, high quality students, and because of the quality of its instruction. But I think that a school has to be visually very outstanding, and it should look apart. Not only what it does for its students, but the way it looks to its students. And I think this really serves up that fair very well.
The concept came from Virginia Uldrick's idea initially that she wanted this to function like a village. And so we took that idea and turned it into the architectural concept of designing the entire facility to be like a European village. And some of our research led us to the concepts that we were aware of Italian villages, Italian hillside villages, which we'd studied in school and did some more research on. And the hillside sloping site here with the north-facing direction with the river at the bottom all fit directly into that concept. So basically what we've done is try to assemble this into not one building, but a group of buildings that pulled themselves together into a village, complete with a village square in the middle and pedestrian streets getting to it from both ends. And then the buildings themselves are fairly straightforward buildings grouped around the facilities that make it a village. And we think that's where the excitement of the architecture is in that concept. And what happens to a person as they walk from one end all the way through to the other, the experiences that happen along the way with all the artistic things that are happening here is what makes it really, really exciting.
Well, first of all, I think this school already is a national model for the arts. I was in California before I went to Yale, and one day a gentleman came into my office. He was talking about the governor's school in California, and he said, you know, we're trying to get this started. We'd like UCLA to participate. We wanted to involve you in it. And I just let him continue talking, and he said, there's a school in South Carolina that we'd like to model our program after. And at that point I broke in, I started laughing. I said, I have a great deal of involvement in that school. So the school is a national model.
My son came here in 1985, and I came to understand what the school is all about and the standards of excellence and quality it stood for. And this is really a center of excellence in education in South Carolina. And it inspired me to get involved and try to help, and it has truly been a statewide effort. We have people from all over the state who've been supporting the school. Of course, we have students from around the state. And most important, the next phase of this school is to use distance learning to bring the master teachers and the tremendous quality of education we have here to our schools across the state. And so many of our schools don't have adequate arts education programs. And this could be a supplement to them using technology and distance learning. And so this is truly a statewide effort. It's something the state should be very proud of.
Well, I think the best way to describe it is incredible. It exceeded my expectations. I'll tell you, they were very high, and this place is incredible. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it for the state, and it's going to mean a lot to the state of South Carolina in decades to come.
It was a grand evening for a celebration, but it was nothing at all compared to the electricity that filled the air Saturday at noon when the doors opened to the public at the official opening ceremonies.
I am honored to be the Master of Ceremonies for this glorious event. I hope you all enjoyed the talent of our fine musicians as you made your way into the entrance of this beautiful campus, a village for exploring and developing the depths of our students' talents and intellectual gifts. And all of you heard our talented instrumentalist, our brass ensemble, welcoming you to the celebration and dedication. These are only a few examples of the talent we have here at the Governor's School, but each represents the artistic talent and educational possibilities of our great state.
Throughout our history, South Carolinians have made great contributions to the visual and the performing arts. Our state has produced talents like the artist Jasper Johns and Jonathan Green. We've been home to master musicians like Dizzy Gillespie, who hails from Sherrill, South Carolina. And there are great talents like these in our own schools today, ready to make South Carolina proud. Thanks to our Governor's School, our next generation of musicians, artists, and dancers will learn together under one roof. These students will learn from some of the most talented teachers in our nation and world, and they will learn from one another as they practice their craft together. The Governor's School is meant to teach, challenge, and inspire our state's most talented students. But the virtues of the arts and the humanities are so vital to our lives that we must share them with the entire state, not just a chosen few. That's why the Governor's School has been designed to be a national leader in distance learning. The school is equipped with interactive technology to allow dancers in Charleston or art students in Columbia to learn from the same teachers as the students on this campus learn from right here in Greenville. Thanks to distance learning, we will be able to nurture the talents of our best young minds in South Carolina and share those talents with a broader and a wider world. Today is a proud day for South Carolina. We reaffirm our commitment to provide the very best education possible to every student in South Carolina. We remember the proud tradition of artistic achievement in our state, and we confidently look toward our future as it is reflected in the faces of these young students who will share time on this campus. And today, we write a new chapter in our great history with the dedication of our Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities. Thank you very much.
We have the most talented young people in the state as students. When you just talk to them and look in the eyes and listen to them, oh, it warms your heart. It just makes you thank God we have this opportunity for them. See this little old eagle on my lapel? Virginia pinned that on me when we first had our first public meeting over at the Peace Center. And I said then and I say now, this institution provides our young people the opportunity to soar with the eagles, not scratch with the chickens like we've been doing so long. They're gonna soar with the eagles, and then that'll raise a lot of folks that's be scratching with the chickens all their life if they didn't have this inspiration.
This has truly been a public-private partnership in every sense of the word. People across our state believed so strongly in the Governor's School that they gave of themselves in many ways to build this school and turn this vision into a reality. They believed in creating a learning environment that would stimulate our children to fully realize their potential as artists and also as individuals. Now, because of these gifts of time and dollars, our teachers are educating our gifted students in ideas, concepts, and techniques beyond the ordinary learning experience. Our students are stimulated by this incredible campus and this inspirational setting on the banks of the Reedy River. The campus has become a home and is alive with activity. We thank all of our donors and supporters for making the Governor's School a place that will live and breathe for years to come, where learning is a privilege and not an entitlement. So thank you. No matter what you did or how much you gave, you have each made a difference that will continue to impact our state forever.
The foundation of this school lies not in the brick and mortar we see today, but in the vision and determination of so many people who looked at tomorrow and wanted something better than today for South Carolina children. Walt Whitman once wrote, "The strongest and sweetest songs yet remain to be sung." Tomorrow is here for the Governor's School of the Arts and Humanities. But still the future beckons, in songs not yet sung, in pictures not yet painted, in stories not yet told. How wonderful to know the best is yet to come. We now have the finest school for the arts in the country. Thank you very much.
Here at the Governor's School, though we have a great academic program, we will emphasize the arts and humanities. When we create programs for our schools, we won't emphasize math, but we will make math students more perceptive. We won't emphasize science, but we will make science students more inquisitive. We won't emphasize the language arts, but through our creative writing program, we will make language arts students more creative and imaginative. We won't emphasize many of the so-called basic subjects, but we will make students who take these subjects better. And that is the real promise of this governor's school. Here in South Carolina, now more than ever, we need to accentuate our positives and eliminate our negatives. Today, we accentuate a positive, a state-of-the-art, technologically wired, new millennium governor's school for the arts and humanities.
Here we're not just setting standards to make students feel good about themselves, we're setting world-class goals for them and challenging them to achieve those goals. The Governor's School gives South Carolina's outstanding students a permanent place to work to the height of their potential. And when our students excel, so does the state of South Carolina. And what I find particularly encouraging is that so many in the private sector are willing to support public arts education through their investments, particularly in this school. In fact, the General Assembly allocated $12 million for the school, and another $14.2 million came from individuals, corporations, foundations, and other organizations. It was statewide. This is not just a local school. This is South Carolina's school. And the collaboration among educators, art patrons, and government and business leaders is a model for public-private partnerships in arts education. And this school is concrete evidence of the value our state and all of South Carolina places in the arts. In a speech honoring Robert Frost, John F. Kennedy spoke about the importance of art in society. He said, "When power leads man toward arrogance, poetry reminds him of his limitations. When power narrows the areas of man's concern, poetry reminds him of the richness and the diversity of his existence. Where power corrupts, poetry cleanses, for art establishes the basic human truths which must serve all of us as the touchstone of our judgment." Thank you very much.
Here in this village, the very, very gifted students of this state begin that journey where they explore who they are as artists. And the answer never is given, because ideally the answer changes as they grow. And what better place to grow than here with the distinguished faculty and the kind of guidance that they will receive.
This is a school that was built to school imagination. And as we dedicate this facility, we take the first steps toward redesigning and redefining education for students. We do so with a profound sense of gratitude and stewardship. Our gratitude will be long-lasting and eternally manifested in the gifts of time and talent, imagination, joy, passion, tears, and creative solutions to our students. Problems as they return to communities throughout this state, this nation, and this world, they will be better people and better citizens and better young artists. Even if they choose not to go in the arts, they will be better in whatever they do. Our celebration today must be more brief than it has been, because we have many challenges ahead and thousands of individuals to reach out and through in our state. To move forward to touch the lives of our state's most precious resource, we must maintain a clear vision of excellence. We must address our challenges and find appropriate solutions. We must provide the understanding of and respect for and protect the integrity of every arts discipline, every academic discipline of this school, its training, its academic studies, and we must create and maintain dynamic communities of learners and problem solvers who are informed, caring, and good citizens. Our purpose is clear and our goals are defined. Vision, challenge, opportunity, achievement, and community. Some years ago, the Congress of the United States identified important aspects of our country's heritage within the National Endowment for the Humanities, enabling legislation. It stated that democracy depends upon two concepts, vision and wisdom. The South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts has a clearly defined vision for itself as an institution, one that encompasses the best of the past and present, and most importantly, the endless opportunities of the future. I invite all of you to take a tour of the campus.
I'm just as proud as I can be to see this come to fruition. This is something that's important not only to South Carolina, not only to the Southeast or anything. What's going to happen here is that this is going to be a magnet. It's going to have students coming from all over trying to get in. And it's going to be a very, very difficult time for a lot of them to get in because the talent here is very, very good. And they're going to have to compete. And then when you get students competing for a place, that's when you begin to push up the standards. And that's what has to happen here. We have to go in with set standards and continue to try to push them along, to try to get people to reach a little bit higher. And if we can get them to reach a little bit higher, and I'm speaking of students and people that are involved in the school, if we can do that, we're going to have one of the greatest schools in the world.
The students who come to this school are expecting a South Carolina education, a diploma. They are expecting to move on to higher education. And so we have assembled a faculty in the academic areas who not only can teach their subject, but have an understanding of the artistic temperament, can help these students integrate who they are as artists with who they can be as students.
We have phenomenal teachers working with them one-on-one or in very small groups, not only so that they become high-quality players of instruments or high-quality singers, but also that they learn the larger field of music and become not just performers, but well-rounded musicians, well-rounded, well-educated individuals.
I'm looking for students with a passion to write. I'm looking for students who love language, who love to read is very important. We do lots of reading, lots of writing, who love to discuss their work, and who are really flexible.
One of the exciting things for us is the camaraderie that the students have created amongst themselves. We treat them as young adults and they respond in kind. If we establish a challenge for them, they live up to that challenge. They have been remarkable in terms of getting through this pioneer year. The facilities haven't always been as beautiful as they are here today. We've gone through some hard times. They have never lost their faith. They've stayed with it. And I think they will speak very well for us as an institution in many years to come.
Virginia, the school is now officially open. And for you, the high point of a career of many, many years of waiting and working for this day. What are your feelings?
I'm very humbled by the occasion and extraordinarily happy about it. I think that we can do things that have not been done before for young people, and that's the reason we're here. I'm very, very happy and know that we have a long journey ahead to do all the things we've talked about. So we have no time to rest. We have to keep going.
And so, after a full day of ceremonies and walking tours, of exhibits and recitals, of meetings and greetings, all ending this evening with a special performance at Greenville's Peace Center, Then the hard work begins by the students which we all agree are among this state's best and brightest, by their teachers and their mentors, the administrators and their supporters, to fulfill the dream, to make certain that this facility, which everyone today agrees is perhaps the finest of its kind in this nation, truly fulfills its promise. It is a challenge they all seem well prepared to take on. For South Carolina Educational Television, I'm Everett Powers.